Hey guys, welcome in. Come on and join in with us on this evening. This is Annette Harris, your host of Mind, Body, and Soul. I have an awesome guest that I am going to feature on this evening. And I tell you, you do not want to miss this. We have been pumping this and letting you know that we are going to be on the air on a different time on today, Wednesday. So we'll be right back as soon as we do our intro.
Internet with Annette for your mind, body, and soul. Get caught in a net with Annette. It's your intellectual radio show, here to inspire you and encourage you to be your very best. Get caught in a net with Annette.
You are now tuned in to Mind, Body, and Soul with Annette, where your hosts, Annette Harris, analyze intriguing life questions and concerns, such as, do Christians suffer from mental illness? Have you wondered why they act abnormal? Or you may ask, what is really going on in their minds? Do you need Annette? Well, keep listening for a biblical understanding of the psychology of the mind.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this evening. Now, I know you were probably looking for me this afternoon at 12 noon. We normally air Mind, Body, and Soul with Annette, but we're here. We're doing it at a different time because I wanted to make sure that we grab as many of you as we can. I know that sometimes you are working during the day, and we understand that, but I wanted you to catch this live feed because it is going on tonight. I'm telling you. I'm so excited. So let me get some ground here and ground myself a little bit. But you know what? As the CEO of GetcaughtinANet, which is who this show is sponsored by, I want to make sure that you come on in. I want to encourage you to engage in tonight's discussion, ask questions, throw in your comments for my wonderful guest. And, you know, I'm going to let you know also that we, of course, are on Facebook Live on my page, GetcaughtinANet. And then we have the audio portion of this episode on my YouTube channel. So if you go to YouTube and type in GetcaughtinANet Incorporated, you will hear us live there. And at the end of the show, we're going to upload the video there as well. Okay, so you guys will be able to see us there. So you can hear us there now. But just so you will know what we are doing on tonight. So guys. Oh goodness, Mr. Dyson is in the virtual house on this evening. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing absolutely wonderful. I'm blessed and highly favored. Super excited to be here with you tonight.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited that you're here as well. But you know what I did not do? I did not say MrKingdomKash.
Yes, ma'am.
That is him. He is here with me on tonight, and I am so excited that God has made this connection and placed us in contact with each other, with our families, and I'm just excited. And you guys will understand why I'm saying that once we get further into this discussion. Now, I want to do this. I want to let everybody know. Now, I think it was maybe, a few months ago, back in April, I was impressed to do a show, or excuse me, a series entitled The Psychology of Poverty. And you all know what my show is based off on: psychology, spiritual aspects of everyday life. So when we get into talking about the psychology of poverty, there's so much that is in that and so much that it entails. I made a discovery on today that, okay, this is my third segment of this series, okay? But I realized that every one of my guests for the psychology of poverty have been males.
Wow.
They've been males. Now, I'm going to tell you why I got excited. Thinking about that, I mean, what do we look at? The man is the head of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Just Christ is the head of the church.
Absolutely.
I'm not getting ready to preach or anything, but I'm just telling you those are known facts. And with our men out in front leading us, oh my goodness, yes, and leading us down that right path, what excites me, okay?
That is absolutely wonderful.
Yes. So Mr. Dyson is my third guest. I initially had Marcus was my first one, Marcus Hill, financial professional, and then Larry Jones was also from Stock Up with Larry Jones on YouTube. I'm sure you guys know, I've been following him. And now we have Mr. Charles Dyson on this evening, MrKingdomKash. I don't know which one to call you. I may interchange on tonight. I don't know.
Let's go with the flow, Charles.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, listen, I have a short bio here of you, but what I typically like to ask my guests is if you can go ahead and introduce yourself to my listeners, to my supporters in your own words, and let them know who you are, and then we can move forward from there.
Well, I'm just an average, regular guy, come from a, very hardworking background. I followed the same path that most of us were taught, go to school, get a degree, I did not graduate. I dropped out after my third year of college because I was going into a lot of debt to get that degree, and realized that I didn't have a job waiting for me because of the economy. So I just took my chances, got out, and got into the workforce. I've worked 2 to 3 jobs pretty much my entire life. I don't remember a time where I only had one job. That's how much I was working. So I used to work 70, 80, 90 hours a week. And, all I knew was when I needed more money, get another job. And if that wasn't working, guess what? Go get another job, right? That's all I knew. That's all the information I had, right? But I was in my mid-20s, burnt out. I'm working around, people that were around my age and people who were senior citizens, old enough to be my grandfather, my grandmother. And I saw myself in them if I didn't make a change. And that scared me. I was already tired in my 20s. And I thought about working well into my 70s, like the people I was working around. That scared me. So, my wife and I in 2012, we got involved in business, got ourselves a mentor, got some information, applied that information, and April 2013, walked away from a job. And 2017, 2015, got introduced to investing and was scared. So I didn't take advantage, right? But 2017, thank God, the opportunity came back around, and my wife and I got super excited. She was 9 months pregnant, had our last daughter. We had 10 children. Had our last child January 31st of 2017. And 6 days later, we got involved with learning how to invest. And to our surprise, we were super excited at, you know, the simplicity of it, the ability to apply it. We were just excited that we were comprehending it, and we didn't look back. It's been absolutely amazing. It's been 4 years on this path of investing, and we're loving every minute of it. So, you know, I just embrace new information, and my wife and I, we just move forward in this space, and we fell in love with it.
Wow. That's, you know, you said a lot, and I'm glad that you did. There was a lot to take away even from that. I heard so much. But one thing I wanted to bring out, I think it's really, really key that you have a spouse, a companion that is moving in the same direction that you're moving in. And like you said, you both decided to do this and to go into that. And I think that's so key, you know, because sometimes, you know, one can have an idea and then the other one like, whatever. And for whatever reason, whether it works out or not, you know, but it's encouraging to have that support, and you guys are supporting each other. Absolutely. And you said 10 children, right?
10.
I put up both hands.
10, right?
What a blessing.
I want to give a shout out to my wife, Lady Kingdom Cash, Christina Dyson, because, you know, without her, this thing is not possible. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. She is the brains of the operation. She's the everything of the operation. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. So my wife is a pivotal part of everything that we do, and she's absolutely amazing, and we do this thing together. I know I'm out front, but she does so much critical things. And it's important, anybody listening to this, if you're married, support your spouse. Just like Annette was saying, please just believe with them, because belief is free, y'all. Belief is free. You know what I mean? You can go as high as you want to go, but all you got to do is believe first. But I ain't going to start preaching.
I love it though, but that is so true. That is so true. And again, when we talk about the psychology of poverty, the whole thing is your mindset is going to have to change.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's going to have to change. What did you say in the beginning? You mentioned that in 2015, you were introduced to investing.
And was scared.
So you pulled away.
Pulled away because it looked hard, just because it looked hard. And what we all hear, you know, when you hear investing, you hear, oh, I could lose my money. When you have, you know, a mindset of fear, of lack, right, of scarcity, you hear, you know, oh, I've never done that before. I don't know what I'm doing. I could lose my money. But I look at now where I am today, what I tell people is this: with investing, it's just like learning to ride a bike. It's just like learning how to swim, learning how to drive a car, right? You don't do those activities by yourself. It's very dangerous to get in the car and try to figure things out by yourself, and you ain't never drove a car before. That would be very unwise, right? So you don't want to do that. What do? You get an instructor, somebody who's been there, done that, pretty proficient with driving a car, that can tell you what to do, instruct you, right? And then when you're confident, right, then you can get in the car and start operating it on your own. Now you can put your makeup on, right? You could be eating a sandwich at the same time you're driving that car because you're proficient with it. It's the same thing with investing. You want to get yourself somebody who's been there, done that, who's, you know, progressing, who is moving, you know, the right way with investing. You want to get around people, a community of people that have the right information, and you want to glean from them, learn from them, do what they do. Investing is a copycat sport. So if you can follow simple instructions, you can be successful in any arena of investing. You just need the right information. That's all.
I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness. Yes, that is so true. So true. Listen, let me do a few acknowledgments on Facebook Live before we go further, because there's so much we want to get into. Let's see. I see Mrs. Christina Dyson Was it Lady Kingdom Cash?
Lady King Cash.
There we go. So she jumped on. So thank you so much. We appreciate you for lending your husband on this evening to come and be with us on our show. Let's see. I also see Brandy and Marcus Hill. I was just talking about you, Marcus. Andre Turner, thanks for watching. We appreciate you. Let's see here. Amber Jewel, is it? Thank you for watching. Angela Elaine, my friend. I appreciate you, and I know you have a show to do a little bit later, so thanks for hopping in on this show on tonight. I'm going to recognize some more that I see, if I can see the names. You know how Facebook does. Chris Bates. Bates Nation is in the house. Thank you so much for joining us on tonight. And I see Sir Walter here. He said all the way from Chicago. You know I told you where I live, so he's making a joke. Thanks for joining us on tonight, Sir Walter. And I see you, Michelle Thomas. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you, sis. She says she's dabbling a bit in investing now. Oh, good. This will be great and right up your alley and so many others on tonight. This is I'm going to allow Mr. Dyson. I told him, I said we're just going to flow on tonight. Because I want you all to really hear what he has to say. Hey, Karen, I see you. And Christina says she's here for the sexy man. Well, go ahead, girl. I love it.
You know how to make you laugh. You know how to make you laugh.
Wait, every once in a while, I'm put up both my hands. 10 children, she knows exactly.
We ran out of fingers. It ain't nothing else that can happen. We out of fingers. It's done.
But there are toes. You still have toes.
Jesus, no.
No. But no, that's a blessing. You got a whole team, a whole army. You got a little backup there and everything. But I pray God's continued blessings on your family.
Amen.
I think that's absolutely wonderful. I think it's wonderful.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. She said thigh praise. Okay, Christina. Christina, we don't have to talk.
Hey.
You got him over here cracking up, girl. Come on now.
Lord Jesus.
But you know what? There's nothing wrong with that because too many people sometimes.
Right there.
Come on now. Praise and worship. Okay. Anyway. All right. So let's back it up. So we talked about you and coming from your humble beginnings, and then you were working so many jobs, and then you realized that I can't keep doing this at this young age because really you wouldn't be here now, or you wouldn't be existing because you're probably going to run yourself into the ground. I'm glad that you were able to find another way to be able to provide for your family where you wouldn't have to run yourself into the ground. So let's go on and talk about when you see me laughing, it's probably something Christina has written. So but let's go and talk about this investing. What I want to touch on, because you actually mentioned it, and we've said it a couple of times already, that you when you were first introduced to investing, you did not want to go into it because you were afraid. Now, can we kind of chat a little bit about our community, our culture, and how we, as Blacks, we don't migrate to that, to investing. We don't migrate to the stock exchange, if you will. We run away from it because we have that fear. But a lot of times that fear comes out of ignorance as well. So give me your thoughts on that. And obviously you could come from your own experience. And let's kind of talk about that a little bit before we go into talking about this community that you're involved in.
Oh no, most definitely. So I'll start here. We're born into a system. We are born into a system, and socioeconomic status, access to education, access to information is vitally important, in any arena of life. If you want to be successful, but you haven't been exposed to the right information, then you are, at a disadvantage. I could speak from my experience. I was only taught the only way out you got to go to school and get a degree. It was so bad that once I dropped out of school and somebody talked to me about real estate, I had no concept of getting paid to actually charge somebody to live in a house. That's how ignorant I was. I had no concept of it. And I thought to myself, if somebody would expose this to me at a young age, where could I be now if I had access to that information? You see what I mean? So it's not to anyone's fault for being afraid of investing because you weren't taught investing, right? It's no generational wealth coming for a lot of us. I look up my bloodline. There's no life insurance policy, unfortunately. There is no trust fund that's coming my way, right? And that's where millions of our people are at right now. And that's just the truth, right? But if you want to talk about, education, I believe that education is a daily activity. It's not only to happen within the school system or school setting. And my wife and I instill this in our children. What happened to me was in 2008, when the market was crashing and billionaires are jumping off of bridges, I'm like, what the heck is going on? I have no idea why somebody with that much money would take that type of action. I'd had no concept of what it even meant that the market was crashing. So what did I do? I went on a 4-year self-taught journey of when I got off of work, I was in a book or on a video, learning about money, how money works, where it comes from, where it originated, how markets work. Whatever content, whatever information that I could get for 4 years, I'm learning and educating myself about what money is and how it works, right? Because the thought I had was, okay, if I want to change my life, then I need to know how money works if I wanted money to come into my life, right? So I started educating myself, right, with whatever I could find, Google, YouTube, books, right? And so once I began to understand how money works and how debt works, how credit works, right? Credit is a system to keep you in poverty if you don't understand how to use it. See, there's rules to the game. I can never, remember when you used to play Monopoly with your little cousins? Your little cousins could never win that game because you knew the rules and they didn't. Right? So you beating up on your little cousins all the time playing that game. And it's the same way in life. If you don't know the rules to the money game, you can't win. It's designed for you to fail. Right? So once you get the right information and you're educated, now that fear comes down. That fear dissipates. You're only afraid of what you don't understand. But once you understand, right? Once you understand the rules to the game, credit is something that's so fun and attractive. Once you understand the rules to the game, investing is something that's so fun and attractive because you know what you're doing. So watch this. Where does money come from? People. So if you change your associations, money can come. It's that simple. You attach yourself to the right people with the right information and you apply the information, money can come. And where do we live? In a social media world, socially connected. Never in the history of human existence has it been this easy to connect with somebody. Your grandparents didn't have that ability. Your parents didn't have that ability. We have that ability. This technology we're on right now is proof that you could just connect to somebody by sending them a message. What information do you have? What are you doing? How are you winning? Right? And then you can literally make a decision if you want to do what they're doing or not. See, but if you don't have a mentality to seek information, or you don't have the wherewithal to judge properly, right? Character, right? Information, right? If you're not looking to build connections, then you'll think that life is the way it's supposed to be. Go to work, clock in, clock out, get the paycheck, make it work with what you got, right? And I'm gonna stop right here. One question I always ask people, right? Simple question. What do you want? Not what do you need? What do you want? What kind of car do you really want? What kind of house do you really want? What type of lifestyle do you really want? And the crazy part about that question is many people, they say to me, I've never even thought about it. So what that means is you're living life that you settled for instead of the life that you really desire, and you haven't even thought about going after the life you really want because you're so busy trying to get by. That's called existing. That's not living.
My. I don't even know where to begin. You've left me speechless already. And I see they're on here. Brandy's like, come on, like you are preaching. So this is good. She did make a comment earlier. She said, to us, credit is not a gift. It's a harness.
Woo.
That was deep.
That's
Brandy.
good. That's good right there.
Listen, I'm encouraging you guys, throw in your questions, comments while Mr. Dyson, MrKingdomKash is talking. If you have any questions for him on tonight, please throw it in the comment section. I think you want to say something?
I want to add to this that everything I just said is biblical principle. The law of association is right in the Bible. Disciples were blessed because they were associated with Jesus. Elisha was blessed because he was associated with Elisha. Lot was blessed because he was associated with Abraham. It's right in your word, right? It's right there. We can live this thing out right now. Like that, life will be different. We'll get into that. 365 days from now, everything can be totally different, but we'll talk about that in a second.
Wow. Okay. Brandy actually, she had another comment earlier. She said, I'm at the point where he was long ago. I'd love to start investing and teaching my sons. She said, but the very word gives her nervous hives. She says, also, I have no idea how or where to start. Well, I'm so glad you're here tonight.
That's it. Exactly what I just talked about.
Right.
She's only nervous because she doesn't know. It's the information that she's lacking. But she said something critical. Critical. Imagine giving your children information that you wish you would have had. Imagine learning the money game and giving it to your child at 7 years old, 9 years old. And when I say giving it to them, not the information, I'm talking about the ability to make money as a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old, right? I'm gonna stop right there. I'm getting ahead of myself.
You know, and I don't know if we necessarily think of it in that sense. Mm-hmm. You always want better for your children. I've always heard that. Now, we don't have any of our own, but I know that to be true. You always want better for your children. So if you weren't taught it, and then if you take that and connect it with what you said earlier about, you took about, I think it was 4 years to sit and learn. You did it on your own. And so now you have that knowledge. So now you can pay that forward, or you can teach your children. You know what I mean? So all of that is so important, and it's so key. Let's see. Hey, Faye, thanks for joining us on tonight. I was trying to scroll up also to make sure I didn't miss any other comments. that should have been read. I'm looking. Okay. I think I got everybody. I think I did. But yeah, so make sure you do that. Now, I think that, I don't know, let's see here. We have a clip. I wonder would now be a good time to insert that. The
Yeah.
one, you know, the one I'm referring to?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, now would be a good time for that. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, let me get that set up. But while I'm doing that, I want to, again, encourage you guys that if you have any questions or comments for Mr. Kingdom Cash on tonight, we are willing to read them and, you know, make sure that he is aware of what you want to know on tonight. That way he can address it for you.
Absolutely.
Now, I have been fortunate enough, I'm still getting it set up. I have been fortunate enough to come in contact with Mr. Kingdom Cash. And you know what? I was thinking earlier about how sometimes, you know, people are hesitant to do things or to even talk to anybody of this caliber, if you will, because of the ignorance. They don't necessarily know. But I was fortunate enough to hear about him through some friends of ours. And I trust these friends. So, you know, sometimes, you know, when you're looking for maybe a mechanic or you're looking for somebody or, you know, you typically will ask like family members or friends or something like that and say, hey, what do you think of, or can you recommend somebody? So this was kind of like how we were introduced to Mr. Cash, Mr. Kingdom Cash. But I'm glad we were introduced to him that way because, I mean, I don't want this to sound strange, but they kind of did the footwork for us. So they vetted you more or less. And that's what I'm trying to get around to. So I'm not bringing anybody on Mind, Body, and Soul, Get Caught in the Net, who is going to yank your chain. I hope I can say that. Or who is, you know, going to, you know, actually take you out of your comfort zone and not do for you what you need him to do. He's the real deal, guys. He is the real deal. Now, you know what? I'm trying to get to this. I had it, and I'm trying to get to it now. Are you able to pull it up yourself?
Yeah, I can pull it up.
Okay. And then what I can do, I can allow you to share it.
Okay.
On the screen. So I'm so sorry, guys. I had it all together. I really did. And I listened to that clip I don't know how many times. And it's something that I want you guys to, it's going to support what we're discussing on tonight. And
all right. What's going on, family?
Got it?
I got it pulled up.
All right. Are you able to share it so they can see it?
I sure am.
Okay.
And we're going to play this short clip. There we go. So I'll just let them talk for a little bit and then it's only a short clip, but.
All right. What's going on, family? We are another interview, another success story, a brother of my wife and I's, a longtime friend, super proud of him. My man, Shondell Crutch. What's going on, bro?
Hey, what's going on, Mr. Kingdom Cash?
What's happening, man? All right, so let's give the people what they want. I know they want the testimony right off the bat, right from the very beginning. Tell everybody what your biggest day trading is.
So my biggest day trading was May 12th of last week at 4 or 5 p.m. And I was taking a skill strategy. It was showing a sell. Now, once it was showing it was going up, I went for the skill strategy because it makes more sense. When I took that strategy, I flipped it with a low of $40 on my live account, and then flipped it to $1,000 in a 1 hour trade. Now, hear me out. $40, you guys. Flipped it to $1,000 in 1 hour trade. No luck.
I'll stop it right there. So,
I'm sorry, I was all engaged.
Shondell is a longtime friend of my wife and I. He met us through Facebook, through the internet. And as you just heard him say, I taught him a strategy that I developed, and he took $40 and grew it to $1,000 in 1 hour. Now, the thing that I want everybody listening to this to understand is that wasn't luck, that was skill. That's what you got to understand. That was skill. And when you think of a skill, mechanic, plumber, locksmith, lawyer, doctor, skills are things that you can use to make money forever. The skill that I taught Shondell gives him the ability to push a button on his phone and grow money.
Money cometh.
Money cometh, right? So in essence, that's what I do. That's my wife and I, that's what we do. We educate people and teach people a skill that gives the ability to trade in the financial markets and grow money. And because we live in a digital age, we are able to do it from our phone, laptop, desktop, or tablet, anywhere in the world where there's an internet connection. So that was his testimony. He took $40 to $1,000, and he used to be homeless.
Thank you for getting to that.
He used to be homeless. My wife and I are so proud of him because he kept believing. He never stopped believing. And for him to have that type of testimony, it's the testament to how good God is.
Wow, that's amazing. So I think it was what, 10 years he was homeless?
He was homeless for, I think, 8 years.
8, okay. Amazing, just amazing. But, you know, it just goes to show you, like you were mentioning about following, you know, the tips, following the strategy that you and your wife, you know, share with individuals. You can make that money. I was actually looking at some of the vids because I did register and sign up in some of the beginning videos. And one of the things you were mentioning, you said you can make money. You just need to follow the instructions.
That's it. And my wife corrected me. He was homeless for 10 years.
Okay. Thank you, Christina.
Yes, you can make money. Following instructions is extremely important. Extremely important. And the instructions are simple, but you'd be surprised how many people can't follow simple instructions. But if you can follow simple instructions, this can be very, very powerful. The youngest person I've ever taught to trade is 4 years old.
Wow.
I had a student of mine who I taught a strategy about 2.5, 3 years ago. And she took that strategy. It was so simple. She sat her 4-year-old down and taught him that strategy 15 minutes a day for a year straight. No days off, 15 minutes a day. By the time that little boy turned 5 years old, he was placing his own trades and making his own money. And what she did was, this is the cutest part of the story. What she did was, you know, we as adults, we trade because we want to take care of the house. We want to, you know, buy cars, go on vacations. What he wanted was some toys. Oh. So she went to Amazon and the toy store, and they wrote a list of toys, a list of goals.
There you go.
Right? And he started trading to get his goals accomplished, which was toys.
Toys.
So he would take trades, make money, and then him and his mom would go on Amazon, order his toys. And then they would go to the stores that they went and found toys he wanted. He would take trades, make the money, and then go to the store and buy his own toys.
Amazing.
So she just took adult concepts and put it on a child level. And this 5-year-old was making money from his phone on his own to buy his own toys.
Amazing. And that's something he's going to know and use for the rest of his life.
The rest of his life.
You can, what they say, you can give a man a fish, or if you teach him how to fish, he'll know. I know I'm messing that all up, but y'all know what I'm talking about.
If you give a man a fish he'll eat for a day.
There you go.
If you teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime.
Right.
But what we do is we take it a step further. We're going to teach you how to buy the pond so you can eat for a legacy. We're going to teach you how to buy the pond.
Right. Right. Okay. I hope you guys are picking up what he's putting down on tonight. You know, and it may sound like simple statements or simple things that he's saying, but I guess it is just that simple. And it is profound. So I think it's something, and I'm encouraging you guys. I tried to tag as many people as I could on the promo. You guys that are on here now, please tag. I'm not selfish. I'm not trying to keep this for myself. If that was the issue, if that was the case, I would have just sat down with Mr. Dyson and Mrs. Dyson by myself and wouldn't have told you guys anything. But I have a heart for people, I do, and I want to see us succeed. I really do. So, and I, again, encourage you, share this with someone else. I had a few of you on here tonight already talking about, some said you've already been trying to get into investing, and then some you want to, but you're a little hesitant. So, okay, Brandy, she said, I'm feeling real shame right now. The babies are trading for toy money and I'm still sitting. Hey,
it's okay. It's all right. You listen, that's what I'm saying. The information is the only key you've been missing. That's it. It's not that, here's the beautiful part about it. It's not that you didn't want to, you just didn't know how.
Yeah.
And once you get that know-how, you can go apply it and change your life. That's what this is all about. This is what we're doing. See, these conversations didn't happen in our household when we were children. That's what I was alluding to earlier, right? These conversations were not privy in our community.
Come on now.
But our counterparts, right, our brothers and sisters, our counterparts, this conversation was happening at the dinner table every night.
Every night.
They knew about how to make it so their children had 750 credit scores the day they turned 18. They knew how to go ahead and set up trust funds and different things of that nature, instruments that will grow their money, $4 million tax-free every year, which is legal, by the way. There's a legal way to make $4 million a year tax-free. This is information we're not privy to, right? But once you get access to it, you got a responsibility to kick that door in. And this is what we're doing right now. We're kicking the door in.
Yeah.
Right? We have a responsibility to share this information with you. Now, we can't make you take advantage of this information, right? But it's kind of like finding a gold mine and walking right past it.
Right.
We don't want to do that.
No, we don't want to do that. Oh, guys, come on. Let's take this in. Buddy Gill says, Mr. Dyson, I got my fishing rod. Waiting on you to show me where the pond of fish is.
Can I share a couple more testimonies?
Sure. Yeah.
So my wife and I's investment community that we helped found is called Retired in 365 Global Organization. And what we specialize in is helping people retire, literally walk away from employment in less than 365 days. Now, for the past 4 years, we've done just that. We've helped people walk away from jobs in less than 12 months, 8 months, 6 months, 4 months, 2 months. I helped an individual walk away from a job 41 days after I taught him what I know. I helped another young lady walk away from a job 38 days after teaching her what I know. I helped a lady out of South Africa make $17,000 her first 8 days. I helped a young man out of Kenya, Africa, take a $20 bill and turn that into $30,000 in 30 days. I've helped an individual make $63,000 in 3 weeks, and he's never traded before in his life. What I'm trying to get you guys to understand is this information is extremely powerful, and people pay $80,000, $50,000, $20,000 to learn this skill. And my gift is teaching. My gift is explaining things. That's what God gave me the ability to do. I just happen to use it with some very powerful information, right? And once you get this information and you apply it, I mean, if it's so simple, a 4-year-old can do it. I'm pretty sure anybody listening to me right now can do it as well. But like I said, the critical component about it is following instructions, because this is not gambling. This is not, a lottery ticket. This is a skill. It's a skill. And it's a skill you can practice with fake money before you ever put a real dollar at risk. You can get comfortable with it before you ever put a dollar at risk, right? So we educate you. We put you in position to be confident about what you're doing. And that's what trading is all about. I want to give you confidence before you ever apply it with real money, right? So when you get your confidence and you do it with real money, you already know what you're doing.
And see, I like that, because you're testing the waters, if you will, and then you're allowing yourself to get comfortable. That's what I'm hearing from what you're saying. And then you can jump in with the big fish.
There you go. And you just heard Shondell's testimony. I'm not talking about, you got to go take a mortgage out on a house to get involved, right? He took $40 to $1,000. Everybody under the sound of my voice, I know you have $40, right? So what I educate people to do is to begin your first trade account with anywhere between $100 to $1,000. There's no right, there's no wrong. I tell people, if you drop some money out of your pocket on the ground, right? Whatever amount that is that would not alter your life, that's what you start your first trade account with, right? So for some people listening to me right now, you could drop $800 and won't blink it up. Well, you might know, everybody on this thing might.
My eyes blinking, my eyes are blinking.
But you understand what I'm saying. If you can afford, right? If it would not change your lifestyle, then yes, you can do that. But if you can only afford to put $150 in your first trade account, that's perfectly fine. I have a young 19-year-old that I coach. He took a $90 account to $6,000 in 12 hours.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right.
So it's
wow.
It's a skill.
It's a skill.
It's a skill. And once you have the skill, you can do whatever you want with it.
The water's your oyster.
The water's your oyster.
So I want to ask you a quick question, and this probably take us off a little bit, but not necessarily. Where did the word Skittles come from with this strategy?
That's funny. So the name of the strategy that I teach is called the Skittles strategy. And I was on the charts in the fall of 2019. It was the middle of the night, and I'm looking at the charts. God showed me this strategy. I don't care if you believe me or not. I was by myself. Nobody taught me what I know. I was on the charts, and it's like it jumped off the screen at me.
Wow.
Right? So the reason why I call it Skittles is because the chart looked colorful, just like the colors in the bag of Skittles. That's the first thing that came to mind. I'm gonna call it the Skittles strategy.
Really?
Right? That's the first thing that came to mind, right? January 2nd, 2020 is when I launched the Skittles strategy. January 3rd is the day that an individual joined with our organization, and 41 days later, he had made over $60,000 and retired. He made $60,000 in less than 41 days. It didn't make sense to go to work anymore. He was making money hand over fist. So it just went from there. Now, the beautiful part is I've developed a strategy that's even easier than the Skittles strategy. It's called the TDL strategy. And the TDL strategy, it stands for the Dyson Legacy Strategy.
I love it.
The TDL strategy. And I got a small test group of people that I'm teaching this strategy to. Within 2 weeks of me teaching this TDL strategy, one of the young ladies, Amber Jewel, that I taught this strategy to, made $4,000 in her first 14 days trading that strategy.
Okay, wait a second. You guys, Amber is on here tonight. She's on the live feed. So
Shout out to Amber Jewel. Amber, she's absolutely amazing. What's going on, Amber? That's my sis. Me and my wife, we love her. She made $4,000. Oh, she retired as well.
Oh my gosh.
Her fiance trades now. Her father-in-law trades now. Her sister trades now. You see what we're doing here? Do y'all see the vision? We're changing legacies with this information.
Ooh, that just did something for me. Oh my goodness. And we need it. We need our legacies change. We need to make something so that, we can pass it on, guys. That's the whole essence of what he's saying, the whole essence. Now, I am going to, they are jumping off the live feed here with their comments. They want to know how they can get going. You have convinced them. Buddy Gill says, where in the world have you been all his life? And he said, and why are you still talking? What to do? Also, let's see here, because I'm going to let you address that. Buddy, we're saying Skittles, like the candy Skittles.
Like the candy. Skittles. Yeah. So it was just the colors on the chart, just to make sure. Yeah, I answered the question. It was the colors on the chart that made me think of Skittles.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to know, because I was thinking of the candy when I heard about the Skittles strategy. And I'm like, is that where he got it from, or is this just something else that I'm not grasping? So
it just had a ring to it.
It does. Well, it sure caught my attention. Did indeed. So, okay, for those that are interested now, because I know that there's so much we could go into, but then there's so much that he can teach you outside of this show, as well, with his videos and seminars and everything. How can we get these that are on here right now that are interested involved on tonight?
Okay, so we have a community, right? It's called the Retired in 365 community, right? And Miss Annette is a part of that community. And what she's going to do, she's going to put a link at the bottom of this video, right? And you can click that link to get a package. Now, the packages are less than a weekend of fun, y'all. It's less than a pair of shoes. It's less than, a date night, y'all. You can actually get started, right, at a discounted rate tonight for only $209 for the lower package, right? And you can do a Forex package, which will give you the step-by-step instructions, the academy that teaches you how to trade, right? 2-minute, 3-minute, 5-minute, 8-minute videos. I want to make sure y'all understand it doesn't take, 6 months to gain this information. If you go through this training 1 hour a day for the next 7 days, you will understand how to place a trade with confidence. And you'll be able to learn my strategy. I do live trainings every week with our community, right? So the Forex package is $209, right? And what you get in that package is the academy. There's other educators on our platform that you get to learn from that are already 6, 7, and 8-figure traders. And then you also get a software included in that package that literally gives you trades to help you make money while you're still learning. But we have another package called the Elite Package. And that package entails the foreign exchange training. It entails high frequency trading, which just means that you can place a trade and be in and out of the trade in 1 minute. In and out of the trade in 1 minute with money, right? In and out of the trade in 2 minutes with money. My wife took a couple of trades earlier today. One trade, she made $62 in 2 minutes. Another trade yesterday, she made over $200 in a minute. That was a paycheck for me. After 2 weeks on a part-time job, my wife made it in a minute. Okay? So you get to learn that. Also included in that Elite package is cryptocurrency education. Y'all, listen to me carefully. You don't have a choice of whether you want to learn cryptocurrency or not, right? Remember how when we were in the 90s, people were making decisions of whether they wanted to learn how to navigate the internet or not? They thought it was a fad. And then now the internet is a part of our everyday life. That's cryptocurrency for us. People are making decisions whether they want to get educated about it or not. And 5 to 10 years from now, it is going to be an integral part of our everyday life. It is technology with a money component. We can make money as other people start using it. So you get educated about that within the academy. So the elite package, again, foreign exchange, high frequency, the digital currency educations, all in one package with 13 different softwares that are designed to help you make money while you're learning. That package is only $274 to get started.
Wow.
$274, right? So Ms. Annette will put the link here. What happens is when you purchase your package, contact Ms. Annette. We're going to put you into our community. We got step-by-step instructions. We're extremely organized. That's why I got people in Africa making money, people in Europe making money, people in Caribbean making money, people in all over America, people in Canada. The system that we have is designed to get you educated quickly. So you get your first 24-hour instructions, your first 72-hour instructions, and your first 7-day instructions. And it's not like you're going to be doing this alone. There's a community of people that are ready to support you and ready to help you, right? So there's nothing to be afraid of. It's liberating. It's fun. We have a good time. We do what we say we're going to do. That's what I want y'all to walk away from this with, right? I'm not just on this video talking. We serve people. That's what I want you to understand, right? We put people in a position with the right information. Now, I can't give you the tenacity to get this information. I can't give you the work ethic. If you can go to a job and be consistent for a paycheck, you can show up to a webinar on time and go through some videos and be consistent with some information that can make you money while you're sleeping, right? So if you be consistent with this, right, it's going to do great things for you, but it requires some consistency on your part. I'll do my part. Our community, we're going to do our part. You just make sure you do your part, and we're going to have a good time together.
I love it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Christina, yes, it is so easy. Thank you for putting that in the chat. Listen, guys, look at the bottom. I did put the link so that you can get started. And I want you guys to make sure that you take advantage of it. Listen, let me say a couple of things here. First and foremost, I wanted to say this earlier. This is a God-fearing couple. And that's another one of the things that drew me to them as well. Because I believe, that they're not going to lead me and you astray. And I believe that they trust and they fear God too much to lead his people astray. I firmly believe that. Another thing I want to say is the couple that introduced us to them. I will say this. Sometimes we're on the phone with them, and they're making money while they're on the phone with us, just talking. And I'm like, what are you doing? I mean, as you're talking, just as he's given us these testimonies already of individuals, how they're making it, in minutes, sometimes in hours. He mentioned about his wife, earlier today, making an amount of money that when he used to work all those jobs, he would only bring, that's like a week paycheck for him or something. So I want to encourage you all that, how can I say this nicely? Now, I don't want you to be discouraged by saying, oh, we got to pay some money to get in, to this community. You're going to have to sacrifice something if you want to get ahead. And the amounts that he just gave you, and they're at a discounted price right now, so hurry up and get in. But if, and actually, even if they weren't, just, I don't think that they're that much higher. But you want to sacrifice so that you will establish that legacy he talked about already on today, so that you will start making this money. One of the videos I do recall, Mr. Dyson, one of the beginning videos you mentioned, you said, stop right now and write down 5 reasons why you got involved in this community. I stopped and I put my little mind to work and I said, okay, I wrote down my 5 reasons and I signed it and dated it as you instructed me.
That's it.
Hey, I'm following instructions, guys. I am.
That's it. That's it.
And this is what I want to get across to you all, is to, lay away that fear of, okay, I need to, pay money to make money. This is just, you have your initial, fee going in or what have you, but when you trade, when you invest, you're definitely going to get it back. Go ahead, Mr. Dyson. You got his finger up like he in class. Go ahead.
I want to speak to that.
Yes.
Because like you said, I want people to understand that money is a mentality. It's not a dollar amount in your bank account. It's a mentality, right? And investing is a lifestyle. For the rest of my life, I will be spending money to make money. You know why? Because that's how real money is made. Think about it. The company you work for right now, the person or people who started that company spent money to make money, and they're never going to show up to say, hey, you're doing a great job. They don't need to. They have you and your coworkers to show up while the company makes money, and the owner of that company, their children's trust fund is taken care of. Their future is secure for generations because they have you exchanging your time for a paycheck. Now, I'm not here to job bash. Jobs are important, right? Jobs are important. There's nothing wrong with providing for your family, but there is something wrong with showing up to work when you know you're unfulfilled. You know you got a destiny. You know you got something in you that you threw to the back of your mind because you've been focused on surviving, not thriving, right? So what I want to speak to that mentality, because being scared to spend $209 to gain information that can make you millions, right? That speaks to the condition you were born into. It's not your fault that you're scared. It's the fault of the system that we come from. That made us scared to invest, right? But I tell people, do it anyway. Rebel against that fear. Rebel against that fear, right? Because fear is only going to keep you right where you are.
Yeah.
That's all it can do for you. It can keep you exactly where you are, right?
Yes.
That's all it can do for you. But what if? Let's not even talk about big money. What if you could make $50 a day, 4 days a week? Do you know that's an extra $800 a month? That's a part-time job right there. What could that do for you? If you understood how simple it was to make $50 a day from your phone, if you only understood, right?
Oh my God.
And if you could do $800 a month, you could do $8,000 a month. You could do $80,000 a month. It's all relative. It's all relative. So I'm sorry, Miss Annette. I just wanted to speak to that because it's so important that people understand that you're only afraid of what you don't understand, but we're here to help you understand.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you for adding that in. You got something else?
We live life in an open air cage. We live life in an open air cage. No chains, but you got the rent or the mortgage, the electric, the gas, the car note, the car insurance, the student loans, the babysitter or the daycare, the Netflix, the Hulu. You got 12 to 16 bills, right? keeping you showing up to that job, not because you want to be there, but because you have to be there, right? That's an open air prison. You have the illusion of freedom. It's not too free when you're like me and you're having a child and you tell your boss, your wife just called, she's going into labor, and the first thing out their mouth is, when will you be back? Not congratulations. When will you be back here? Right?
Yeah.
You want to get out of the condition, right, of just exchanging time and energy and effort for a dollar, right? I
like that.
I gotta say this last thing. When somebody asks you, how much money do you make per hour? That's very kind. But the real question is, how much is your life worth per hour? That's a different way of saying that. And if your pay, if your pay is $12 an hour, you said your life is worth only $12 for an hour.
Whoa.
We got to change that. We got to change that. We got to see, all I do is shift perspectives. I'm just trying to get you to think a little bit differently and open you up to the condition you've been living in willingly, and show you that there's a whole nother world where money just comes and it's simple.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. All right, guys, let's see here. What I want to do, a couple things I want to do. I know that earlier Michelle had asked about Michelle Thomas. I'm going to get back up to that comment. How do you know where to put your money? Well, you know what?
Sorry.
That's okay. That was her question. How do you know where to put your money?
So the type of investing we do is called foreign exchange investing, basically foreign currency trading. So we are investing in currencies, and these currencies are, the value of our money changes every second of every day, right? We don't detect it, but it's happening, right? And you're already accustomed to it. The gas prices go up and down, right? The value of milk and bread changes over time. Rent goes up every year, right? So there's elements of our life where we see it, but it's not explained in this context. But even this context, when you travel to another country, right, you got to do what? Exchange currency. And one currency is always worth more than another, right? So what we do, let me give you a simple example. If I travel to Great Britain, they have the Great Britain pound. I can't buy things in Great Britain with the dollar bill. So I have to exchange the currency, right? So if I have $100 and I exchange it for the Great Britain pound, they might give me back 130 Great Britain pounds, just for an example, right? But if I do nothing with that money, that currency, for 2 hours, for 3 hours, and then I exchange it back to US dollars, they might give me back $115. I just made $15 doing nothing but exchanging currency. Now, we do that electronically, right? And it's all based on simple 4th grade patterns that we are looking at on our screen, on a computer, laptop, desktop, or tablet, right? So what we're going to show you how to do is we're going to show you how to read the value of currencies and know that if the market goes up, I want to buy so I can make money. If the market goes down, I want to sell so I can make money, right? And we teach you how to identify this, and that's what the Skittle strategy is designed to do. It's designed to give you confidence in knowing the values of these currencies and which way they're going to go, right? Okay. Are they going to go up or are they going to go down? And we teach you how to recognize that and capitalize on that information. So we're really investing in currency, right? So that's what we do. I hope that is as basic an explanation as I can muster up.
Right. Michelle, if you're still on, if that answered your question, let us know. The next question I have is from Brandy. And actually what I want to do is maybe try to show her. She says she did go on to, oh no, I'm sorry, that was Demetra Pitts. She said she went on the website and noticed the monthly fee. Okay, you must be looking at something different, Demetria Pitts. She said there's did you see that comment?
Yeah, no, I didn't see the comment, but let me explain that. So there is a monthly fee, right? There is a monthly fee, but a part of our coaching program, we're going to show you how to get that monthly fee waived, right? So the same way Miss Annette is inviting you guys to the platform, right? When you invite 2 people onto the platform, your monthly fee is waived, right? So this just is a podcast structure. I can get on Zoom with you. I can talk to anybody you want me to talk to, right? People in your family, people in your friends, people on your social media. We can go live together. Remember, this is a globally connected system that we live in now, right? So watch this. How many people do you know with a phone? And how many people do you know sleep 7 nights a week? Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. So the monthly fee is what kind of scares people sometimes. Remember, investing is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. It continues.
Right.
So that I don't want you to get scared of that monthly fee. What I'm going to do is I'm going to coach you. I'm going to teach you and educate you on how not to convince people to do this, how to position this information and allow people to say yes or no. If they say yes, guess what? We'll help them. If they say oh, no, that's all right too, right? But don't let that monthly fee scare you. If all you got to do is be coachable, allow us to help you, right? And we'll help you get that monthly fee waived. And we'll even teach you how to turn this information into a business. Can you believe that the platform pays my wife and I $10,000 a month to share this information? Can you believe that my wife makes $5,000 a month to share this information? And that's not including what we make investing. That's just sharing.
That's just sharing.
We'll teach you how to do that too. If you want to, you can turn this into a business, right? So you can get paid to help people learn how to get paid.
I'm smiling.
So that monthly fee is a small microcosm, small in the grand scheme of things. And I'm not even the biggest fish in the pond.
See?
My mentor makes $100,000 a month.
See?
His mentor makes $1.8 million a month.
Wow.
So I'm just trying to keep this as simple as possible. There's more that I have to share with you.
Right, right. Listen, am I allowed to show when you click into the link?
Yeah,
sure. Because I want to show her. I think she got it mixed up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are you able to see it now?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Pitts and anyone else, when you go, click the link that has my name at the bottom. What you will see, Forex, here's the Forex Mastery Academy. And over here is the enrollment fee that he was just mentioning, the $209. I wanted to address this, Mr. Dyson, because she said she couldn't find that.
Okay.
She thought it was a different. The
FRX Academy.
Yeah,
right?
she said she couldn't find it at first. So here it is, Demetria Pitts. I'm not sure where you clicked, but it's over here. I clicked this, and that's what it brought up. All right.
And then you got that elite package as well.
Yes. Yes.
If you want everything.
So the elite package, here that is. Is that right?
Yep. And each of those packages are $209, but guess what? You get a discount. If you scroll to the bottom, it'll show you that you only pay $274 instead of paying $909. Right? So that's how valuable this is. And all those other things you see, those are all softwares that help you make money, every single one of them.
These are add-ons?
All of them are add-ons, and it's all included.
In this package, in this elite package. And you only pay $274, so that's just not that much more than the $209.
Exactly.
Which Annette is like, okay, why didn't I get that package? But that's okay. That's okay. That's all right. We're moving forward. We're on the show tonight. So let's see here. So that's where it is. So Pitts, I'm not sure if you can go back in, click on that link again. I'm not sure where you clicked and what it gave you, but it is actually there. What he quoted on tonight for the discount is accurate. Okay. So I don't want anyone to think we were giving out wrong information here on tonight. So it is there. And if you guys have any questions after that, then what you can do, inbox me. You all know how to contact me. Let's see. Buddy Gill says you're a godsend.
Hey, God bless you, my brother. God bless you.
Okay, so I think she got it now. Pitt's got where to click at. Good. I'm glad you got it. Peggy Brandon is on. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate those of you who have been tagging individuals. Thank you so much. And those of you that have shared, thank you so much. This information has to get out. It has to get out. One last question here. Brandy asks, what's the difference between investing and trading? You almost kind of talked about it a little bit, but.
Right. But they're one and the same. Investing is trading. Trading is just a form of investing. So under the umbrella of investing, you could have real estate investing. You could have stock market investing. Ooh, I got something to add to that. Just had a thought. But anyway, you got real estate investing. You got stock investing. Now in today's world, you have cryptocurrency investing, right? You have investing into cars, right? People who buy cars and sell them, right? You got people who invest into electronics, right? So there's all types of investing. Like foreign exchange trading is just one form of investing, right? So, and the reason why I thought about, when I said stocks, I thought about this. My Skittle strategy, when you learn it, this is the beautiful part about it. You learn how to trade Forex. You learn how to trade cryptocurrencies. You learn how to trade metals like gold and silver. You learn how to trade indices. You learn how to trade stocks. One strategy gives you the ability to trade all of those.
Okay, I know I'm supposed to be saying something by now, but I'm like, oh, wow, are you serious?
One strategy. And TDL is the same exact way. Same exact thing. TDL will teach you how to trade foreign exchange, cryptocurrency, metals like gold and silver, right? Indices, right? Like US 30, GER 30, NAS 100. If you don't know what those are, we will teach you, right? And stocks.
Yeah.
Right? So the strategy that I have to teach is transferable. So even the people on this webinar that you're interested in stocks, guess what? You come learn how to trade with me and Miss Annette, you're going to learn how to take that information and trade stocks.
Woo. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Brandy, I hope that answered your question about the difference between investing and trading. Let us know if that answered it for you. Auntie San, I see you've jumped on. Thanks so much for coming in. And I hope this is something that will be beneficial to you as well. Buddy's comment, the job is bondage to the 40-40-40 plan. Working 40 hours for 40 years to retire to 40%.
And that's the truth. And listen, wait, hold on. I want y'all to understand something. We love people who only want to work jobs. Somebody got to load the plane. Somebody got to fly the plane, right? Somebody got to serve me the food. And look, it's okay when people say no to this information. I need you to say no, right? This is only for who it's for, right?
Right.
So listen. The economy doesn't work without jobs. Everybody can't be wealthy. I just chose what's available, right? But if somebody rejects this information, please, you're helping the economy. Please continue to go to work. Please.
There you go.
I want you to understand that this is not about convincing anybody to do anything they're uncomfortable with. I want y'all to understand. I want you to go to work. Everybody can't do this, but the ones who it's for, we're going to have a good time.
I know that's right. I'm going to need somebody to sell me my big house. I'm going to need somebody to sell me.
Somebody got to do it. Come on. They're in abundance. They're in abundance. There's a bunch of empty big old houses out here ready for people like you and me to go out and buy them. They're available. Mm-hmm. When the market crashed, there's a skyscraper downtown Atlanta, Georgia, that sold for $25 million. A skyscraper sold for $25 million. Listen, you better get yours. I'm gonna get mine.
I'm gonna get mine.
Mm-hmm. Listen, it's available. You just gotta believe.
Yeah.
Just believe.
Believe.
Right?
Yeah.
But if you don't, Thank you for going to work. Thank you for your service. Keep it moving forward. Just keep it moving forward. Keep it rolling.
I love it. I love it. Yes. But he says here, he said, if everybody were doing this, it would not be called an opportunity.
That's it. I like Buddy. Buddy, we're going to have a good time, Buddy. I like Buddy, man. He's speaking my language. That's the truth. It would be an opportunity if everybody was doing it.
Yes, yes, that's so true. I agree with that. But thank you. Thank you for saying that. Now, let me see. I know we're not going to stay on here long because Mr. Kingdom Cash is busy. He's a busy man. He really is. But this is some great information that has been distributed already tonight. I've been enjoying this dialogue on tonight and talking about how we can get out of that that psychology of poverty there, change this mindset, jump in here so we can get our wealth transfer, so we can get what is due to us. And again, like he said, if it ain't for you, that's fine. But if it's for you, and you know what you've been looking for, you know what you've been praying for lately, you know, come on now. And like someone put on here tonight, you were answer to their prayer. So we are grateful for that. And I'm grateful for all of you joining us on tonight. Mr. Dyson, do you want to wrap us up with anything? Any last minute words, comments?
I just want to give the Lord all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise, right?
Come on now.
God praising me, but the one who made this all happen is the Lord. He's the one who makes this thing work. So, you know, I just want y'all to understand, anybody on here, you don't know who the Lord is, I encourage you, go listen, seek him out. He ain't never let me down, not one time. My whole like 10 kids, me and my wife, there ain't no instruction manual for this thing, 10, right? And my wife, like I said, we give all the honor, all the glory, all the praise to our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And I encourage anybody, right? He's real, and you're going to need him. You're going to need him. I know. Yeah. I know it's a lot of stuff out there. I know it's a lot of commentary, but I got real life experience. I've seen some things and heard some things and felt some things, right? So I encourage you, get to know him for yourself, because I want to take every opportunity I have, every platform that I get blessed with, to go ahead and make his name famous.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Make his name famous. And I know he's just loving that. Oh my goodness. You brag on the Lord. Ooh,
hey, that's a good time. This thing go another hour. I love talking about the Lord.
No, that's right. Yes. He is our source. He is our strength. He's our direction. And you know, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for knowing him and having him in my life. And I hear that you and your wife are as well, but she sure was making her comment. She said, yes, you are not ashamed of Christ.
Not at all. And I want y'all to understand what motivates my wife and I to do this is because there's so many people out here hurting people. There's so many scammers online. There's so many people taking advantage of people. And the Lord needs soldiers on the front line that do have a heart for him, that will take care of his people. So we need more like-minded, more saved individuals with moral compass, with the heart to actually help people, that will get out here and spread this information. Because on the other side, the enemy got people out here that's doing his work. So we need genuine people out here doing the Lord's work.
Yeah. That was a good wrap up. I am looking behind you and looking on the wall at your signs. Can you read them for us?
Hustle, grind, execution. And many people, I want y'all to understand, you might think that I mean, you know, working to the bone. When this says execution, right? What I see is diligence, right? When I see grind, what I think is commitment. Right? When I see hustle, what I think is consistency. Because I'm in an arena of sweatless victory. Sweatless victory, y'all. I'm not talking about hustle and grind the way the world talks about hustle and grind. I'm talking about hustle and grind, right? In a way where we can rest and the money just comes. Don't that sound good?
Yes, it
That's
does.
a lifestyle, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. You need to get on this side.
That just connected with me. My goodness.
So hustle, grind, execution, consistency, right? Diligence, right? Steadfastness. That's
Yeah.
what I see.
Right.
Not the world's definition, the kingdom's definition.
Love it. Love it. All right. Yeah, I was just observing that. I saw that. Execution, stop talking and put in the work. I see that behind you.
That's it.
Hustle, the only
That's it.
controllable pillar of success.
That's
Yes,
it.
yes, yes. What's underneath grind?
Grind to perform repetitive tasks over and over in order to attain a goal. Oh man, Lord, you gotta let us go. It just keep coming. Y'all want to hear something else? Oh, that's good. You have what you behold. So if the only thing you know is job consumes your thoughts, right? As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he, right? So when you wake up in the morning, I don't want to go to work. Driving to work, dang, I don't want to be at work today. While you're at work, you're thinking about work. When you get off of work, you're happy to be off of work, right? Right? On the weekend, you party, you happy to be off work. On Sunday, you depressed because you got to go back to work. What's consuming your mind? The job. But wealthy and successful people, what consumes their mind? Goals. So if you want better, get goal-oriented and get very focused, massively focused on your goals and watch what happens. See, when I ask people what they want, all I'm asking you is to set some goals. That's it. 5 reasons why you want to be successful. And we're gonna get it done.
Wow. Ooh-wee, guys, ooh-wee. I am just so excited about all that we have listened to, learned. Come on, because there was some teaching going on tonight, and I don't take it for granted at all, okay? This is some great stuff. I truly appreciate you. Now, what I want to do, let me see if there's a way that I can play this. I have a spoken word that was penned for tonight's segment.
Okay.
And I'm going to see if I can get this. Let me see here. Yeah, this is good stuff, guys. I mean, I'm telling you, do not act like you didn't receive anything on tonight, because I know you did. But this is good stuff. So Elder Kevin McGee has a show on Saturdays entitled Connections. And I am going to, maybe I'll just play it. But anyway, what he normally does for Mind, Body, and Soul, he normally pens a spoken word in relation to that topic of the day. So I want you guys to take a listen to this. For some reason, it's not allowing me to show it, but you can hear it though. Let me know if you guys can hear this as I play it. Can you hear it? Can you hear anything? No? Okay.
No, I can't hear it.
All right, let me see if I can get this. This is really weird. I don't know why this is doing this to me tonight. Elder McGee, I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get it. Let's see here.
Release it, Lord. Release it.
I know that's right. All right, let's try this. Let me know.
Here we go.
Can you hear it?
A little bit, yup. It's very faint.
Trying to survive and thrive, putting your money where your mouth is, and that's the problem, because you spend too much time running your mouth and your money is now running out. No investments, no savings, no plan. Because you are too short-sighted, never take time to look at the big picture, and too quick to spend every dollar, living paycheck to paycheck until you no longer have a pay to check. Then you're left in a financial desert, haven't stored anything in your hump, so you're like a camel in desert heat, about to perish while having mirage dreams when you could have been living oasis reality. Counting up kingdom cash is what you should be doing, the kind that lasts, because if you're going to make it, you've got to think beyond the here and now and look to the future as you build generational wealth, not just for you, but for your posterity. You are the patriarch of a generation to come, and it's your duty to be providers for them. Lay the foundation for them to build upon. So, my dear Abraham, set the pattern for the nation that shall come from you and make your name great in the kingdom.
Please tell me you were able to hear that.
I heard it. I loved it.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Good. I was gonna cry. I mean, he's always so on point, with the spoken word, and it's like it's just right on time. A lot of times it's what we just talked about, in the actual segment. But thank you again, Elder McGee. You guys make sure you support him on Saturdays at 12 noon at Intellectual Radio. So hopefully you guys were able to hear that on tonight. But we're going to get out of here, guys. I do appreciate, again, each and every one of you for joining us tonight, for sharing and giving us your questions and your comments. And prayerfully, you are able to sign up. Go ahead and click that link. It is there. The introductory price is there as well. Or discounted price, is there as well. And make sure you do that. And then, as Mr. Dyson mentioned, we're going to try. He's going to show you how you can waive that monthly fee. But you were going to say something else.
I want to make sure anybody who gets started, make sure you connect with Miss Annette so we can get you launched into our community immediately, right? So we want to get you into the training, get you into our private coaching group, and give you instructions so you know exactly what you need to focus on over the next few days so we can get you educated, okay?
All right. Thank you again. I appreciate you, and I appreciate your beautiful wife. I was going to see if she was going to come on the camera tonight, but I do appreciate her for hopping on the live feed and giving us a little entertainment there in the beginning.
Yes, ma'am. That's my baby.
Yes, that's beautiful. I love that. I love it. Show that love, y'all. Show that love. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. I'm going to set up my end jingle, and you guys make sure that you stick with us, okay? And we will see you soon. Yeah. Invite me, guys, if you need any questions or anything you have any questions about tonight, and make sure that you look me up, okay? We are excited, again, that you've joined us on tonight, and we will actually see you soon, okay, guys? Well, I have to do this at the end of my broadcast. I'm going to tell you guys to make sure you stay safe. Wash your hands, wear your mask. Do your social distance, whatever the CDC is telling us to do, you guys. We do not want this thing to blow back up in our faces. We want to make sure we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, all right? So I just want you guys to stay safe, all right? And we will see you soon. Peace.